Hi friends, today we are going to start learning how to teach the sounds of the letters using all 5 senses. So we're going to use sight, smell, touch, hearing, and tasting to learn one letter of the alphabet. And then I'm going to show you a pattern which the pattern will repeat for each letter of the alphabet. I'm going to start with the letter M. In the book I wrote, 5 Easy Steps to Reading, the letters are actually taught in an order from a speech therapist because the easiest letters to say and to hear are the letters that we're going to start with. So the first letter we're going to start with today is the letter M. Now, you should, in your repertoire of many things that you have to teach reading, you should have cards. They should be a letter for every, a picture for every letter of the alphabet. So today, for example, I would introduce the letter M by saying, today children, we're going to learn the letter M. M says like in motorcycle. Then we would go and we would, pardon me for reaching and trying to be organized. It's not my forte to be organized, but I have a ton of success and a ton of experience in teaching children how to read. So the first thing we're going to do is grab a bag. And in this bag, you're going to put things that begin with the letter M or M. Whenever I teach the letters, I always teach the uppercase with the lowercase. And I teach the sound along with the name of the letter. If you just teach the name of the letter through the whole alphabet and then go back and teach the sound, you're going to be way behind in teaching your children. And they are very capable of learning the sound and the letter together. You know, I taught school, and I taught at school where the children, they didn't have much. They were children that were not really well off. Their parents didn't read to them. Their parents didn't spend a lot of time teaching them. And I found that, I knew that no matter what, these children were just as bright as the other children that had all these experiences, and their mother sat down and read to them and taught them letters and sounds. And so I found that I would do that. I would teach the letter and the sound together. There's another teacher in the same building that taught just the name of the letter first. So she went through the entire alphabet teaching the name of the letter. Then she went through the entire alphabet and taught the sound of that letter. Well, by May, she went pretty much in order of the alphabet. So in May, she was teaching the letter M, the sound of it. My children were reading. My children had started reading at Christmas time. 85% of them, even though it was a lower income and where parents didn't spend a lot of their time with their children, they were still reading by Christmas time. The parents were amazed. They had never had a kindergarten teacher that had taught their children so much. So it's possible, and this is a method that actually works. So you don't need to buy these. These are from Lakeshore, but they're very, very expensive. Just find a bunch of things around the house that start with the letter M and put them in a bag. So then I have the children come up, and this is the sense of touch. And I have them fill in the bag, and they can't look. They fill in the bag, and then they try and guess what it is that they have. So they guess that maybe they say rectangle. And they pull it out, and it's milk. Milk. Then I have another child come up, or if you're homeschooling, it will just be your children or your child. And then they come back and they feel, they don't look, they feel, and they may say mouse. And they pull it up, and it's a mouse. And I always make sure I emphasize the first letter whenever we pull something out of the bag. Then we go through this until we have done everything in the bag. Then we put it back. Milk, mouse. And that is for the sense of touch. Then, these books you can buy on Scholastic. I don't know if they still have them there, but there's one for every letter of the alphabet. And if you don't, you know what, make up your own story. You know, the kids are, what, 3, 4, and 5, and 6? They don't care. They just want to hear a story. So make up your own story. Write your own story. Write a poem. Write just one paragraph. It doesn't have to be a complete story. So this is how I read it. This is how I read the story. So I say today we're going to read Monkey's Miserable Monday. And I always emphasize the first sound. And you'll see why I do that as we get on throughout the year. And I always say, now this is letter what? Letter M. M says what? And I'm just going to read one page. I'm not going to read you the whole story. I'll just show you how I emphasize what's being said. Monkey is in a bad mood. He woke up late and now he must hurry or he will miss the school bus. This Monday morning is off to a miserable start, Monkey mutters. So there's one for sound. Then I have the children, and this is, each one of these takes about a day, and I spend about 15 minutes on a letter a day, depending on the age. Kindergarten, 15 minutes, 3-year-olds, 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe for 4-year-olds. Then we write the letter. Now, if you have preschool, you're going to want them to trace over the letter first. But eventually, you're going to have them write the letter by themselves, even when they're 4 years old or 3 years old. So I show them how to write the letter, and this takes all one day to learn how to write the letter M. The letter M is very complicated to write, but it works, you know what, and they can figure it out. So we write the letter M, and as we write the letter M, we say, M says we write it again. M says we write it again. M says M says M says So you've got the touch, you've got the hearing, and you're using the senses there. Then, next thing I do is I give them a card. I give them the card of the letter M. Make sure the card has the lowercase m on one side and the capital M on the other side. And with all of these, of course, they're using their sense of sight. And I will show you why we do this as we progress throughout the year teaching the letters. And I put that in a baggie, and I'll show you why that happens later. Then, of course, we have to use our sense of touch. That's the very favorite of everybody. So we have M&Ms. M and M. And what do we say when we eat M&Ms? Mmm. And then, after that, then we do a paper. Now, if you have preschool children, you won't want to do as complicated as a paper as this, and probably even 4-year-olds. 5-year-olds, this is perfect. So what letter are we doing? The letter M. M says This is a moose. What is it? A moose. What's the first sound you hear? Then we go here and we have pictures that begin with the letter and sound a and some that don't. You go through all the letters. Mixer, moon, matches, corn, rake, fire, mail, ox, motorcycle, mop, and mask. So they know what the pictures are. Then they cut them out and they glue them on the piece of paper. Now, these papers are in the book. that I wrote, 5 Easy Steps to Reading. They're not exactly the same. I'm giving you different things, and there is a cut and paste exercise in the book for every letter of the alphabet, and there's also a handwriting paper of every letter of the alphabet in the book. And there are also cards that you can cut out and color, paint, whatever you'd like. Just make sure you always use the same pictures every time you're introducing letters. So one time you don't have letter M with a mouse on it, or one time you don't have a letter M with a mini mart. Keep the same picture and with the same letter. That way they have a lot of consistency. All right, that's it for today. Next time we're going to do another letter. It's going to be the letter S, and basically this is the format, and I will be adding extra things and extra activities that will show you how to do that. So I enjoy being here. I am not an expert on YouTube. I am here because I want to help you. So many people that homeschool or in preschool teachers or daycare teachers are frustrated. They don't know what to do, or their children aren't learning how to read. If you're a parent and your child is struggling to read, I'm just here to help. I'm here to help, and I will leave my email below. You can contact me with any questions you have, and I'm just here to help you. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.